Okay, well, we're going upstairs. Let's see where this is gonna go. I know where this is gonna go. Do you know where this is gonna go? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Have you played this game before? It's still the same night. It is the same night. Oh no. She's upset. Oh no.
You stay out of this! To think anyone would risk their life for this filthy, tainted waste of blood. This will just make it easier to kill both of you. Help! Save me and I'll help you find Bertram! I swear! Shut up, Jeanette! I warned you to stay away from Tongue. He's turned you against me. I always looked out for you, but you couldn't stand my success. You had to meddle, didn't you? I didn't want it to end like this, but you forced me! You never gave me any credit for anything, Therese. I was the one calling the shots. Bertram was dancing on my leash. How does it feel to know that I beat you?
What's going on here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm about to rid the night of this deviant, backstabbing whore. Do you realize that despite her condition, she still fornicates with kind, no less?
Gross.
So despicable. So unclean.
Indeed.
You're one to talk, dear sister. Or should I say daddy's little girl? Do you want to know just how depraved the Baron of Santa Monica can be? Shut up, Jeanette. You'd love the world to think you're a saint. When you thought I was asleep, I used to hear Father come in at night. I heard him whisper how much he loved you in your ear before he... Don't finish that sentence, or you're dead!
So, I don't know where the choice comes in. I think there's only one choice here, and there's always two options. I think I can say whatever I want, and it doesn't matter until it does. And I know when it matters, so I know which choice to make. But this is basically this is a very interesting conversation from a storytelling perspective, mind you, because we don't know we at this point in the game we don't know much regarding Jeanette and Therese Vorman. They're canonical characters. Their storyline is canonical, so in the world of darkness we know what is. But as from a game, what is true and what isn't. I mean, but from the game perspective, we don't. And I'm gonna ask Jeanette to go on.
Had his way with you, and he didn't have to force you. You went limp and became his plaything. Do you think I didn't hear it? Night after night? Always the obedient daughter until... Shut up! Just shut up!
Go on, Jeanette.
Would you like to tell the story? She makes herself out to be the virgin queen of the night, pious as a nun, stable as the Earth's orbit. But it's all an act, isn't it? I'm the good girl. You're the wicked one. You've done nothing but plot against me when I had our best interests at heart. And despite that, I've always covered up your mistakes. I've taken care of you. And this is how you repay me? Taken care of me. You've done nothing but keep me down, blame me for every mistake. Did you expect me to let you rule my life until the end of time? No, sister. You've had it coming since our last sunrise. Is that right, dear? If it wasn't for me, you would have never survived this long. Remember? They tried to separate us, but I refused. I chose this life and brought you into it so that we could stay together. Obviously, you've forgotten.
That line right there. That line right there. Now, when I did my first Let's Play of this game, I made a title called My Theory About Therese and Jeanette. That's the 10th episode, I think, of my previous Let's Play. And I prepared. I think I prepared. I'm not really sure if I did, but I think I explained my theory regarding these two sisters and their origin. And when I say these two sisters, you can tell already that it's the same person. And we never saw them together before, so it's the same person. Right? And I explained my theory here, and I think it all hinges in this particular line over here, and what they were talking about before. But, since I made that video, I believe, I might be wrong on this, so feel free to correct me, but I believe I've read the canonical, though somebody pointed it out to me, or I've read the canonical version of their origin story, and I am correct in my theory. So, yay, I came up with the solution myself. Anyway, by myself, I mean. But I think the situation here and what this line tells you, so if you don't want to just think about what the authors of World of Darkness wrote and also the interviews that Brian Mitsoda might have given regarding the sisters. If you want to just look at what the game has to give us, you can pivot off of this particular line. If it wasn't for me, you would have never survived this long. That line implies, or it doesn't imply, but it sort of makes a hint, or sort of implies, I mean, that they were two sisters before they became a vampire, or she became a vampire. Therese, because this is Therese's line. Remember, they tried to separate us, but I refused. I chose this life and brought you into it so that we could stay together. And I think what that is there when Therese, who had developed split personality disorder because of her trauma, she must have been subjected to treatment or something. They tried to separate us line is hazy, so we don't know. But that's I suppose that could be Therese being treated for split personality disorder. I don't know if it's called split personality disorder. It used to be called that anyway. I don't know what it is. Or detached. It's the personality detachment. I don't actually know the term anymore because psychology evolves very fast, and I've only really been subjected, or I've only ever seen really depictions in of this particular disorder in popular culture. So I think in 6 Feet Under had a character with it as well. The point is, I don't know that bipolar, I think, is another term. It might be all in the same spectrum and whatnot. Either way, what I think happened is that Jeanette was never alive, as it were. Jeanette was never a person. Jeanette is the split personality of Therese, the personality that Therese blames for all the bad things that she does, which is a fairly typical, straightforward thing that happens to people with this sort of trauma, or at least with this sort of pathology. And then what happened, though, and that is why I was saying that we don't know much about them. I chose this life, which is she became a vampire and chose it apparently, and brought you into it. She chose to be a Malkavian. However that happened, she chose to be a Malkavian because she's a Malkavian. We don't know that, and I'm telling you this. The game hasn't told us. But Malkavians, as we can know from the character creation, have a mental disorder. They can have paranoia. They can have schizophrenia. They can have split personality disorders. And that's what she is. And that is... So it becomes more than simply an anomaly or than a disorder that she has. That is part of her vampirism. That's part of her character, being two characters. So it's interesting. Now that I finished my rant here, my second rant, because I did the same rant in my first Let's Play, is it's interesting to think of her as dependent, of her as a character, as dependent on the existence of both personalities. Even though it brings them great pain. Definitely brings them great pain. Specifically to Therese, because we can trust Therese a little bit more, as we have seen Jeanette be a little bit more manipulative in the way she expresses her emotions. And so, even though Jeanette has expressed suffering regarding her sister, we can't really be 100% sure that she indeed was suffering at the time. But Therese has expressed his aspiration regarding her sister, and we know it brings her pain, that her sister is a pain in the butt. But it is still part of their characters, so my choice is going to be with that in mind. Is that true, Jeanette? Sounds like she has a point.
She's a control freak. People, things, emotions. If she can't control something, she gets rid of it. And you're a wild animal. You'll rub up against anything that'll take you in for the night. Then when you're stuffed and bored, you bite the hand that fed you.
Hey, if it wasn't for Jeanette, I'd be on my way to Tongue right now.
As I said, to trust Jeanette is to trust a famished jackal not to eat you while you sleep. Therese will never let you live. You've disappointed her. I used you, yes, but I didn't try to have you killed. Therese has no problem with killing, do you? Remember Father? Father loved me. I was a good girl. I always did what I was told. You always hated that he loved me. You disobeyed him. You brought men home when he wasn't there. You were an awful daughter to him.
What happened to your father, Jeanette?
Father came home drunk one day and mistook me for Therese. Because I'd fallen asleep in her bed. Don't listen to her. She's lying. Therese walked in while he was there, and she saw me lying with him, and so she went to the closet and pulled out his hunting shotgun, loaded it with deer shot, and blew his mind out all over the silly clown wallpaper. That's a lie. Father killed himself because of Jeanette. She made him miserable. As I recall, he died with a smile on his face.
I can't believe you killed your own father, Therese.
The police sure did. They broke us up for a little while, remember? The first thing you did after your escape was find me. Enough! Don't say another word about that. So, sweet sister, is this how it has to end? I admit I always knew this night might come. Well, any message you want me to give Father? An apology? A love letter? I should turn this on you next, but I won't. Without Jeanette's assistance. Tongue, you're no threat. I'll call off the feud if that will get you out of my city.
Okay. I don't think I saved...
Tongue's hiding out in an abandoned oil tank at the old gas station.
Yep.
I'll tell him that one condition of a truce is that he help you. Our business then is finally complete. What you witnessed here, not a word to anyone.
Can't believe you killed Jeanette. I'll keep my mouth shut. Goodbye. That line right there, I can't believe you killed Jeanette. That's meant for us to realize what happened, even though we just realized what happened. Yeah, I couldn't save them both. There is a way to do that, though. Ultimately, the option is kind of irrelevant. I mean, it's not irrelevant. This is the end of the thing. This is the end of the storyline of them, anyway. The feud is off, so we can proceed. Let's ask her. Oh. Yeah, she just makes her sad face at us. It's a happy ending, I think, for Therese. Not for Jeanette, evidently, because she's dead. You could also do the opposite. I have done the opposite. I think I did it on my Let's Play. I think on my Let's Play I saved Jeanette, and then you can have sex with her twice. In fact, if you have the patch, I think it's the plus patch that adds it. I'm not sure. And sex, I don't actually know what happens. There's an article about that, about the sexuality of vampires in the world of darkness, written by, I don't know who it is, but there's I think it's one of the authors that explores the role-playing dynamic, because this is of course a tabletop role-playing game, so you need to know some of this stuff to be able to role-play some of this stuff. So I guess now we can talk to Tongue. The feud has been called off. Tongue is hiding in an oil tank not far from the asylum. You must meet with him and get him to show you a way into the warehouse so that the explosives can be set. And I believe going into that warehouse is how this night ends. And now how basically the newspapers update, the Crab Nipple Man goes elsewhere, and that's that one over there. And we get new emails and all that sort of stuff. Because that's the only thing that the storyline doesn't really do very well, which is separating the nights, which is a very important thing, but not really. It is a little bit, it's kind of important.
A robbery gone bad at the Surfside Diner left several dead after the attempts by the would-be robbers were thwarted by a diner patron turned vigilante. Witnesses saw the vigilante run from the diner after they were alerted by the sound of gunfire inside. Police have stated that vigilantism will not be tolerated and that the party responsible will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
Okay, so that's the oil tanker. Did they actually call it the oil tanker? No, the oil tank. I would never have guessed that's an oil tank. Suncoat. Gasoline. Well, I guess that's the tell. Excuse me, crab nipple man. I need to close that door. And I think we know where Tongue is. Excuse me? You don't mind if I come in?
The one and only. But don't bother with the introductions, fledgling. I know who you are.
You do?
News travels down the kindred grapevine like wildfire. And that courtroom spat between LaCroix and Nines Rodriguez is a juicy little morsel. And you in the middle. How interesting.
Yep. Nines Rodriguez. That's the guy that saved our life at the beginning of the game. You in the middle, though. That's great. So you know I survived.
Oh, you did you? Well, I wasn't worried. So why did you need to find me? What did you need?
I need to get to that warehouse for Mercurio. You know Mercurio?
Oh, never mind. The warehouse, though. I've been watching the place. The Sabbat has a bunch of low-life humans working day and night to move stuff through there. There's some major staging going on.
I wonder why you didn't want to talk about Mercurio, though. Never mind. That was a weird line. Just humans in there?
As far as I can tell, the humans seem to know the score from the way they've been talking. I think most of them have aspirations of joining the next graduating class of shovelheads. Ugh, losers.
So they know they're working for vampires.
Yeah, the Sabbat like everyone to know just who they're dealing with. So if you get in there and have to bust a few heads, don't feel bad. Think of it as upholding the Masquerade.
Can you get me in there without being detected?
Yes, I can. Just tell me when you're ready, and we'll leave. Once you're there, however, you're on your own. You'll have to get into the place and plant the explosives in the middle office to take the whole structure down.
Let's see if we can do this in a way that I've never done. And I think it takes a long time, so it's just really bad for a Let's Play because I can make cuts, it's totally fine. Let me get a few things first.
Alright, I guess. Come back when you're ready to go. But don't be too long, fledgling. This isn't really something we planned around your schedule.
I will.
Here, take this map. Use it to navigate the sewer mains. You'll never be able to use public transportation with that face, so, get used to jogging in the slop. And stop back by later. I might have use for a young Nosferatu like yourself.
Thanks. Maybe I will. I have never seen this sewer works manual.
You ready to go?
No, not yet. I'll be back in a little while. I've never seen this manual. What the heck? A guide to the sewer. This is how this is instead of the taxi. What? It can't be. A guide to the sewer mains in the greater Los Angeles area with the references such as these. Nosferatu turn sluiceways and sludge pools into highways and havens. For global travel, enter the sewers and use one of the maps found on the wall. What? That's... Okay, well...
You ready to go?
I kind of wanted to ask you some questions, though. Let's go. Yeah, the questions need to come when we get back. Because... He says a lot of things about all the things. And as you can tell, this is an area where we can shoot a lot of people. Let's try not to. I might want to improve my obfuscate. Let's see where we are. 30 experience points! Heck yeah! Not spending all the skill points is where I'm at right now. Forever. And also this soundtrack. I do not remember this soundtrack. But also this is a single area, so it might be a single soundtrack. Oh no, it disappeared. Or maybe they patched it in, because this game, Vampire Bloodlines, has a folder with all the soundtrack in it. That's the last piss you'll take, my dude. And we have a 38 now. That's the train. We are in a train yard. It's weird that we can hear the trains, though. Because they... Oh, no, it's not weird at all. They're coming out in the background. coming out in the background? That's not what it is. There's more of them. Okay, there's a man over there. It's not a crab nipple man. There's a crab nipple man over here. I think he heard that. I think I heard his footsteps. Crab nipple man. Confederate Atlantic. Excuse me, Mr. Crab nipple man. He doesn't talk. Whoa, really? Interesting. You can have a chat with him. With a normal character. He actually doesn't get afraid either. So...
Yo, what the fuck is going on here tonight? Marcus is all in everyone's face and shit.
Didn't you hear? A new shipment came in. Some pretty serious hardware.
Yeah, I heard. But what the fuck? We get that kind of shit in here all the time. What's so different about tonight?
I don't know. Marcus is tense as a motherfucker. Maybe he heard something.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, but keep your fucking eyes open. And someone better tell those clowns in the freight house to quit playing cards before Marcus comes out and starts peeling fucking caps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
So we got a couple of fools over yonder. And yes, what I'm trying to do is full on sneak. Oh, this is an invisible wall over here. Let's see if I can go around. I was trying to get this guy not to see us, but it doesn't matter. Okay. So they're just having a chat over there. That train, my god. Do they really honk like that? Okay, I don't know if it's through there. You know what I'm gonna do? Heresy. I'm gonna do heresy. Can I rotate my character from here? I cannot. What I'm gonna do is I am gonna invest in some disciplines over here. Let's see what we have over here. You may move invisibly while crouched. You will be revealed if you touch anyone or containers, or if you interact with the environment or perform stealth kills. And then we have hidden killer. You may perform stealth kills while staying invisible using the attack key, which is E. Be careful not to touch your victim or containers, or you will be revealed. Then this one, they don't cost too much. Well, so far anyway. If you touch anyone or containers, you'll be revealed. So they always get... You can interact with the environment. Interesting. So I probably want limited invisibility just from a simple going around, not having problems perspective. So I might go with that instead of having... Yeah. Let's get that. The single skill that I am gonna have. Did they change the name? It goes from hide to limited invisibility, but it is still... It's interesting because this here we use obfuscate, but on this one you use night wisp ravens and burrowing beetles if you invest on that. So you have differentiation down at the bottom right screen, corner of the screen. But we're gonna use obfuscate, and it's gonna be totally fine. And that is how you beat this level with the Nosferatu. Not really. There's other ways. You can just be really good at sneaking. Oh. Well, I could get a little bit more lockpicking. I could get security for that. Or I could get dexterity, which is also pretty good for sneaking. So I'll go ahead and get that as well. See, that's why we save the skill points. We're going to get more as well soon, so... Besides, getting in here is good, because you get shotgun shells. Or 38 ammo. Which is totally useless, because I'm not going to use the weapon, but... It's always good to have.
Shit, relax, Holmes. I'm in.
Yo, Marcus is getting all crazy on people tonight, right? What the fuck? Something going down tonight. He knows something. We don't.
I know you best keep your voice down, Holmes. Marcus don't play that shit.
What shit? I'm just asking a question.
That's the shit he don't play.
Look, both of you just shut up and play your fucking cards. Where the hell's Junior?
He's inside, watching the steps. Guess Marcus kinda scared of him, you know?
Shit, I guess Junior's smarter than he looks.
This is pretty fun. Oh. This is pretty funny dialogues here. That guy's just... Is that Junior? I wonder if that's Junior over there. They said he was inside.
Hey, you see something out there?
Where?
Out there in the trains. I swear I saw something moving.
Ain't nothing out here. You're just scared, little John.
What? Shit, I ain't scared of nothing. Scared for whoever decides to come and get a piece of this.
Hey, quit waving that thing around. Fucking explosives all over the place in here. You trying to blow us up or something?
Now who's fucking scared?
Damn, little John. You all kinds of stupid.
You're all kind of stupid, you jerk. I actually don't know what accent that is. California, I suppose. So those guys are over there, which means that I'm gonna need to use obfuscate to get past. Not necessarily. Let's get third person so we can see the crazy ass movement things over here. We can also save, but we're not gonna save scum. That's not what this Let's Play is all about. It's that's what all of my other Let's Plays are about. That's interesting. What did the developers think I was gonna do here? I am curious. There's no passage through here, is there? More importantly, there's no junk on the floor for me to throw things. That guy's not guarding anything. He may be, actually. First, we do the sneak in. Because we're crouching, we're invisible. Maybe there's another way. Footsteps all over. Oh, yeah. No obfuscate for us. Look at this old train. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is pretty good. Look at this machine. Isn't it a beaut? Okay. Low poly. Low texture beaut. Okay, we got this. Just go up this little staircase. Hear the train go by. That's the way out, I think. There is a way out through the... Or is that the one? I don't know. There's this guy over here being a jerk and evil. Now, the problem here is... I think you get seen if you jump on that. Oh, he's going over there. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, no. I literally fell on him and bit him. The thing of what I was gonna say is, I think you get seen if you start climbing a ladder. Like you make more noise or something. Okay, that's how you get past that particular kerfuffle. Okay, so we got through that. And now we have the main challenge. So I could drop down there and just get on with it. Or not do that. So remember, we're here. Oh, well, I guess that is indeed what we need to do. We're here to put some explosives in the central place, which is actually really confusing for new players. Okay. Somebody sees us very well. And he's upset.
Huh?
Yeah. But we're gonna be good. I think obfuscate... We could either wait for him to move. We could have also... Does he move? I don't think he moves. Certainly not when I'm on yellow location. Yellow thing. Or we could drop down here, which is what I usually do. Which is not a great idea. But I can do that. Yeah, it's just gonna stay there. I think you are meant to come down here. Fortunately, body disposal is the easiest thing as a vampire. Because they basically disappear.
Freeze, motherfucker!
That didn't go well. Went back into the shadows. freeze, motherfucker. Your face. Heck yeah. So let's try something different.
Freeze, motherfucker!
That did not work either. Obfuscate doesn't seem to work. Oh, there's a little delay. You need to be hidden. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Hey, where you going, man?
You jerk. Stop it. I need to suck. To suck. So obfuscate. There it is. We'll get you. I need my blood back. It's a good thing those guys don't know what gunshots are. They're like, oh, they're making popcorn. I'm a big fan. I am all about that popcorn. Okay, that guy should... There's somebody behind this door. There's somebody behind this door and I can't do anything about it. Which means I'm gonna need to clear this room. You see that red going? Whee!
Hey, where you going, man?
I'm not... You're not seeing me? Oh, no. They are seeing me. All of them are seeing me. Oh, boy. I am going to die. That's what I get. That's what I get. Let's try this again, but this time around without suffering a final death.
You love the talking baby movie, and the talking pig, and even the talking car in that show. You know the one I'm talking about. But now prepare for the most hilarious talkingest normally mute object yet. He's Steve Cash, a New York banker and recent whittler down on his luck.
And 10 makes 100. Here's your money, ma'am.
Ma'am, I happen to have a glandular problem. That's it. I'm withdrawing all my millions from this bank.
Cash! She's an ATM machine with the soul of his dead wife.
There's something familiar about this ATM machine.
I love you.
Wow, those marketing guys are geniuses.
Together, they're learning to make the most of their special situation.
So that girl from accounting used me today.
Really?
She wasn't like everybody else. When she pushed my buttons, she was very gentle.
Oh, honey, if you don't stop, I'm gonna have to make a deposit.
Transferring Cash, Wednesdays at 8:30 in the BMC.